Welcome to Around the ECHL. Tommy Daniels, along with Gabby Sully. She wears many hats for the ECHL today. She chooses not to wear any hat, but we still love having her on because she's always got great info. And one of my favorite events we do in the ECHL is upon us, March Maskness. Well, I got to admit, a couple times over the years, due to one of us in this office
Yeah.
not forgetting about the deadline, not Gabby, we missed out being a part of this, but not this year. In March Maskness, that's a tough word to say. March Maskness is here. In March is a great month, right? I mean, college basketball, everybody loves college hoops, one of the best sporting events of the year. So the ECHL has taken it to a new level here, and I love it with the goalie mask because there's some really unique masks out there, and there's also some great stories behind these masks. As you've been kind of sifting through what you have this year, any good ones?
Yeah, like we have a bunch. Like this was started a few years ago by Val, who's in Rapid City now. But it's a really cool idea. It's a really cool thing that we get to do. But yeah, we've had a bunch of really great submissions. The unfortunate thing is we don't usually have as much as we had last year due to just less teams playing this year. But there's some teams who do have their goalies having their own team branded mask, but also some guys who just have like their college brand masks, which are also really cool.
I remember, having grown up in Buffalo and a Sabres fan, I remember Ryan Miller had a really neat mask in tribute to, I believe it was maybe a nephew or a family member, cousin, someone who had battled cancer, and he had his name, on the mask. And so there's always neat stories, why was this design painted on here, or maybe a logo. I remember there's one goalie in the NHL you might know who was like a huge Kiss fan, and I remember he had all the names of all the different Kiss members somewhere on that mask. So there's always a really good story. Anything that you can share with us, maybe
I
over the
think
last couple of years?
was that like Jamie McLennan or
It
something?
could have been. It might
It
have
was
been.
like
That sounds right.
or wait, yeah, maybe. I think it might have been. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and he had like the Gene Simmons on the side. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah,
I had to think of that one.
Yep, that's very, very cool. What about this year's group, though? I mean, anything that stands out? I mean, I know you can't give anything away, and it's going to be a fan vote, right? But give us a rundown. Who's got the lead early on?
Yeah, no. I mean, your submission was pretty cool. It's a very good looking one. Hunter Shepherd's in South Carolina looks really sick right now. I was just editing that one to use for a platform. But overall, there's a really good group. Another one that sticks out is Romeo in Kansas City. He has his Ohio State one, so get a couple of the Buckeyes back in there. And the cool thing about that one is that because his last name is Romeo, there's an M in it and has the X because, of course, Michigan and Ohio State. So that little detail is very, very cool. I like that a lot. Then Utah's is also very nice. Wichita's, not Mitch. It is Mitch Gillum. Yeah, Mitch Gillum's mask was submitted last year, but still looks very clean, very nice.
So yesterday was the deadline to get those masks in. When is it? When does it start? And how long?
It's going to start on Monday, right after Selection Sunday for the big dance. So we're trying to like keep it on the same kind of level with that. Haven't really worked out the kinks yet of how long it's going to run through, but it definitely is starting the Monday after Selection Sunday, and then we're just going to be running that through from there.
That's awesome. I know you're right. It's terrible that we don't have, the full capacity of masks this year, but great for the teams that are in there. Maybe give a few other guys a chance this year with less, to vote on, and that's the way it works, right? Fans get a chance to vote. Is it a daily thing? How do you do that?
Yep. So fans can get one vote a day, and they can vote daily. So you just wait for every day and then vote for your favorite mask around the ECHL. It's going to be like a bracket system. So you can vote for just your team, or you can vote for each one in the entire league of the 8 that we're going to have up.
By the way, new hair. I like it. Looks good.
Yeah, you hit me up on a good day that I actually did my hair this morning and got it all dried out.
And you're in the office, right? I mean, I've never seen the office. So is that your office there?
Yeah, this is my little front desk. That's the SpongeBob jersey right there. And we got a Thor one right there. So we're just hanging around.
Who's on in the office today?
Ryan is in the office and Dan Lynch is in the office, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, got my little decorations. I got my Bethpage Black sign.
Very nice.
So,
oh man,
got the little decorations around the office.
Have you played there before?
I've never played the black course. I went to the PGA championship there when Brooks did the repeat. And I went there when I was in college for Barclays when they had it there.
You know, Mickelson is beloved there. I mean, it's just like
I love Phil.
You know what? How can you not? And I know a lot of people say bad things about Phil, but he's just one of those guys. And I've seen it. You know, I usually go to 4 or 5 a year. Maybe not so much this year because of the way our schedule's going to run. But I'll say one thing about that guy. He will stand and sign autographs forever for everybody that waits on him. And not all the guys do that. And, you know, I think that's the one thing I've always kind of tying it into hockey, especially with players at our level. They'll go out there on the concourse after the game, not this year, obviously, but, you know, in years past, and they'll stand there and sign autographs and do photos, selfies with kids, adults, whoever, for an hour after the game. And that's the one thing I love about Phil, the way he's always made himself so accessible and such a, you know, that's why one of the reasons why if you're ever watching him play, all you hear is Phil, Phil. I mean, it's like people are so nuts. You know, it's great. And I love that thing. I've never been to Bethpage Black, but if you go there again, just get me a souvenir. I don't care what it is. It can be one of those quiet signs. It can be a towel. It can be some cheap giveaway that they're giving away at the gate when you walk in. But I got to admit, that is one of my favorite courses on, you know, it's not a PGA Tour course because, you know, it's mostly U.S. Open, right? I mean, it's you know, usually one of the majors, right? But it is definitely for the challenge and to see guys who are professional golfers struggle like that on that course. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So the funny part about when I went for the last one, when Brooks won, it was in the middle of like me flying home to go to my grad school graduation.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because John Daly was there. That's when John Daly got approved to use the golf cart. So Bethpage Black is just very hilly. It's a very challenging course, as you obviously know. So it's just the funniest thing is just John Daly ripping in, like in the golf cart, like one leg out with a cigar, and then just like a giant McDonald's Diet Coke just chilling in the cup holder. It was true. It was comical to like see, and it's just like so surreal. That was the first time I think I've ever seen John Daly play live in front of me.
What was he smoking a cigarette when he was walking up and down the field?
No.
Okay.
But it's just having that is just so funny. And then like the thing that would have capped it off entirely would have just been like a John Daly pop-up show. Cause you know, like he wrote that one album, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny. But
absolutely.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun at PGA Tour events. But it's all in good fun.
So we are, at least for us, you know, we're nearing the 30 game mark this season, and you know, we're currently at 27 games. Matter of fact, just because of schedule quirks over the last, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, you know, at one point, I think we had 4 or 5 games up on everybody. Now, you know, we played the fewest amount of games with the exception of Fort Wayne, you know, in the Western Conference. So we have some games to make up here. You know, what's your thoughts on, I know we're not at the halfway point yet, but what's your thoughts on what you've seen in a very bizarre year? Trust me, for broadcasters, you know, you deal with us every single night. You know, one of the toughest jobs in the world is having to make sure that these games get on each evening while guys are broadcasting from their living room, from their office, from a shower, wherever they might be. What's your thoughts on the first half of the season, what you've seen around the league?
It's honestly been absolutely nuts. Like seriously, kudos to you guys because it was in a very, very small time frame that we kind of had to figure out like how to get the remote commentary going. So I don't know how many fans actually know, but a lot of the broadcasters in the league aren't traveling right now. They're doing it all remotely on a laptop from either their offices, their living rooms, their bedrooms, wherever they can get their laptop up and running, having a good internet connection. So it's been insane on that end for just you guys and getting the broadcast going, but also just there's some games where there's so much going on just because like the level of talent like in the league right now is really good. And then on the other side of it, there's not as many games, but we're still getting all those games going. There's a lot of good hockey being played and there's still a lot to go. Like I think right now we're season ends in June and then playoffs we're going until like 4th of July weekend. So it's a lot of hockey to be played.
Isn't it crazy when you think about it? 4th of July weekend. I mean, that's baseball for me. I would always try and find a trip to New York to go watch a Yankees series. Usually they're playing the Blue Jays for whatever reason, but it's crazy to think that somebody could be playing for a Kelly Cup July 4th weekend. Fathom that.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely nuts. And I've never seen hockey played in July, and I don't think anybody else has because, like you said, it's baseball season. Like I'm usually in like the right field bleachers in the Bronx, like at a Yankees game, and now I get to probably either I don't know where I'll be. I'll probably be in the office. I'll probably be just chilling at my apartment.
You work very hard, and if you don't know Gabby, if you watch ECHL, TV and all the hard work that goes in behind that production, as well as the social media at night, all the games, she's there. So I don't know how you manage your relationship because unless you guys are going out for breakfast or lunch every day, because you're working 6-7 nights a week every week.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's an everyday thing. My boyfriend's been very good about we've been very good about just working around each other's schedules. He luckily works in finance, so he's just been working at home for the last year, so he doesn't really go anywhere, but we make it work on the weekends. Like he'll come up to my place. He lives down by the beach, so in the summer I'll probably be down there a lot more, and hopefully we can get a good beach season out of it because last year was really rough.
Yes, it was, and we're all hoping that this year will be better. We'll see what the summer brings. Hey, thanks for sharing the March Madness. I'm excited about that. We hope our buddy Jake Patterson has a chance to do something special. Make sure you vote for him. A little plug in there for our guy. And everything else, from the SpongeBob to your stories about Bethpage Black to the new hair.
Of course.
Always love my chats with Gabby. She is one in a million, and we appreciate all you do very much.
All right, awesome. Thank you for having me, Tommy.
All right, that's Gabby Sully, and this week we go around the ECHL, and we come to you from the offices of the ECHL in New Jersey.